Right, episode 3 of Osu-Cast, boom, is about Tech 733 here with Blaine Mcgill, young heavy-handed martial artist. I'm excited to get this man on here. What's correct, Blaine?
What's happening, lad? Thanks for having me, hey?
You just tell everybody a wee bit about yourself, lad, just so they know what you're about here.
I'm Blaine Mcgill. I'm an MMA fighter, 1-0. I'm fighting this for next Thursday, 12th August, on Cage Conflict in the Falls Park in Belfast, and I'm looking forward to it, and I can't wait.
So, next Thursday, Falls Park. Is it on pay-per-view or anything like that?
It's not on this time. It's not
so it's not being
COVID.
Broadcasted? Just
no, there's apparently there's 3,000 people.
3,000 people?
3,000 people is going to be at it, so I'm looking forward to that one, big man.
That's going to be a big one there, man. 3,000. Have you ever fought in front of that many people in your life ever, like?
No, the most I would have ever fought would have been about 700, and that was amazing. Like,
where was that there?
Derry.
Whereabouts in Derry?
700, sorry.
No, whereabouts in Derry was that?
Right. It would have been about 700 in the White Horse.
The White Horse?
It was in a mayhem show. About 700 people, maybe.
Was it kickboxing or was it MMA?
It was a K1 fight night, hey. It was lethal, hey.
Did you win?
I won that time.
There you go, in, lad. There you go.
But I've also lost on that show too, like, so.
Hey, man.
It
you
happens.
Win some, you lose some, like, you know what I mean, man? You can't win them all anyway, hey. But how's the weight going anyway for the fight coming up, man?
100%. I'm sitting at about 83 now, so I'm doing well. I'm training twice a day, so the weight's coming down slowly. I just can't wait now to make weight.
And you were just saying there before we talk about 20 ticks, how Kieran has you out running 5k a week, your coach?
To be on our fight team, Kieran, you need to send 3 5Ks to Kieran a week. And if you're not up to standards, you're off the team. Like
I was saying, that's I'm
impressed
with that there. I like the concept of that there, because you need to have your fighters fit. No fighter should ever be stepping on that cage not fit, you know what I mean?
100%.
Not ready. Could you imagine going on there just...
If you're going on there, renting a certain house club and you're not fit and you're just going to lie there, you need to be fighting, like.
I know, especially...
You need to be fighting fit, like.
With the striking and all, like... I'm not saying you could go on there and strike and all and fit, but as soon as you start grappling, man, or a wee bit of clenching, or somebody hits a ground, you have to stand back up.
100%.
If your fitness ain't on par, man, you're just going to drown them.
You know yourself, rolling's tough.
I know, that's what I'm saying, but then when you have to do that with punching and fighting and clenching,
you have to mix it up.
Standing up and taking down, you know what I mean? There's so many different variables. People don't even understand that, like.
Even outside of the gym, I have a personal trainer. He was training me just before the sessions, my own sessions at about 12 o'clock, and then I'll go on with a combat jiu-jitsu team at 6:30. But it's just extra fitness, and then when I'm free when I have an extra hour, I'll go out a run.
Do as much as you can.
Just so that day before the fight, I know that I'm ready for a war.
That's the way it should be, man. That's the way it should always be, especially for all amateur fighters, lad.
100%. You have to go on fit and just you need to, training wise, you need to be busting your balls, and if you're not going to win the fight, and that's it.
That's like your wee man Owen was saying to me too the other day when he was going to the IMAPs. He was saying he was training twice a day too, every day.
You don't win the fight on there. You win the fight outside.
Exactly. You need to just come unprepared, you know what I mean? Because if you don't come prepared at all, you're just going to get showed up, and you don't want to be showing your coach up like that, because you're literally fighting for your coach too when you're out there, you know what I mean?
See, if you try to wing it, no, I'll go out running another day, you're going to just lose.
Exactly. You don't want to be that man.
You need to be fit, you need to be ready for your opponent.
You don't want to be that man, you want to be the man that's just pushing the pace at all times.
100%.
Especially with the kind of style you have too. What would you say, you're like a pressure fighter, would you? Or
coming forward always.
Well, in your last fight, you, like I was saying, you started off on the back foot a wee bit. Like, you're not on the back foot, but you were just sort of testing the waters.
The bell went, and I just ran at your fella, as I remember, and just tried to cut him off, and I think he just came forward more, and I was in the back foot then. I was like,
but you weren't like back stepping. You were just sort of cutting angles. Like he would like Mickey take a back step, and you would left hook him and check hook off.
We do a lot of that on the gym, stepping off hooks, so you're spinning on, and
so you're constantly not moving backwards. You don't want to be moving backwards, because that's, you know what I mean, that's
100%.
One thing you never want to be doing. But I was impressed with your last performance, because the way you dealt with it, like what I was saying, you were on the back foot for a second, but then as soon as you hit your man, then it was just
that's
you just
it.
Seen your eyes in, you were just all come here.
I need to finish this.
Exactly, you just 100%. Put him away in too. Do you reckon your next fight will go like that too? If you clip your man, like, do you reckon?
This time I would love. I want him out there first round now, to be honest, to tell you the truth. Be training hard now, it will pay off, but I would love more, like, I want to cut him off more. I want to chop a leg, maybe even shoot and take him down,
and just beat him up,
and I will finish him. I believe with hard work, I do believe I'll put him in the first round this time.
See it in your eyes anyway, man. You look confident, like, when you're looking at me, tell me, no, you look, you know what I mean?
It's been training, so I'm training the last 7 weeks, lad. I literally, as you seen, I was at that concert all night, no drinking water.
Taking it easy, just, man.
That's that's all in my mind too. I just that you're going to want to fight. Like.
That's it, lad. That's it. That's how you need to be, man. Focus, just
it's all
stoic,
focus
man.
and
Just
training.
no fucking, just calm. You know what I mean? Emotionless when you get in there, man. Just put that boy away. Be mad. Who is it you're fighting?
I'm fighting a fella, Adam Kavanagh from Kilkenny. That's all I know.
Do you know his record or anything like that?
I think it's his first fight in MMA, or he's 1-0 or something. But he's a boxer. I just looked.
Is that his style, live boxing?
He's a boxer. He's fought in a few boxing fights. No Ireland's and all, but
so is this why you want to beat him up and chop his legs and take him down, smash him?
Do what I'm good at, just.
Man, just make him uncomfortable, man. Because at the end of the day, it's not boxing, it's MMA.
It's
like,
not.
So many other variables they worry
away.
about. Exactly. You had him one big heavy leg.
You can't go in there just being a striker, and I know what.
You know what yourself too, exactly.
100%. My coach wouldn't put me on there if only I had striking. Do you know what I mean? Maybe, especially coming from a combat jiu-jitsu gym.
I know, especially it's in the name, combat jiu-jitsu, but it's actually, like, I always used to wonder years ago when I would see gyms that like had a jiu-jitsu base. I always thought, like, would that be the best for MMA and all? I always thought it was weird, but then doing MMA and knowing that you actually need a grappling base so importantly, like, it's understandable why so many MMA gyms have a grappling background. You know what I mean?
My coach says I think he's an actual from your club. He's a chaos champion or something. So we have a belt on our gym. So he's done MMA. He's been there, done it, and he knows what it's like. So he has us training. That's what you
want there, man. You just need experience and people that know what they're
doing.
There,
100%.
100%. But, who else is fighting to you next week? Is anybody else fighting with you on the same card?
On Cage Conflict, it was me, Niall Wilson, but Niall Wilson hurt his hand there recently, so he's out, unfortunately. But we Don Hoyle, Don's an up and coming, very good fighter. So is.
What age is he?
It's his MMA debut. He's 17, 18.
17. He's no bother to him. Hey, fair play.
17 or 18. His last K1 fight. He's a boxer, but his jiu-jitsu went through there, so Kieran's getting the opportunity to fight MMA. So that's what you like to hear,
man. That's what you like to hear. Like,
his last fight with us, his K1 debut, he knocked your man out in seconds. Like,
the guy just starts him.
Went down, walked down, lad, and literally, I think it was a left hook. He sparked him with it. Unreal.
Him's the ones there, lad. Him's the ones. Hopefully, you boys get your hand raised in next week.
100%. We've trained hard enough, lad. I don't see why not.
He's been putting the work on together, like working flat.
Like after every session, do you ever do bear crawls?
What do you mean, like
the bear crawls going forward?
Up and down the mat.
We do them 5 and then 4 and then 3 and just go on to 0 and then press ups and all.
What else too? The alligator one too. There's different ones.
Yeah, there's all different ones.
There's all different
and
ones.
They're all brutal, sir.
Your legs
they're all brutal.
Weird and all.
Do you know what I mean?
Never see like the ones McGregor and Nate Diaz used to do too. Like the lizard ones. There's all different ones. There's all different crawls.
And they all leave you fucked after. Do you know what I mean?
But all that stuff's good for you, man. Like you were saying, for your conditioning, like you want to be ready for a fight, man.
You'd rather blow out your arse in the gym.
No,
instead on the cage front of them lights, like.
Fact that, because out there, like you would say nearly all fighters would be scared out there. It wouldn't even be going on getting hurt, going on getting battered. It would be more getting tired. Like
it's more getting tired and somebody hitting you and you can't defend yourself.
Exactly, man.
Do you know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. Because you're not. You can take punches now. Like obviously it'll hurt if you get hit hard enough, but you'll take shots and all, and they're not gonna. If you're conditioned, they're not gonna fuck you up too much. You know what I mean? But when you're tired, that's when they're gonna hurt you. You know what I mean?
When you're not expecting it, you're like lazy. You're gonna
exactly. You're not expecting it. You're breathing heavy. You get had a big body kick and you don't breathe or something like that. That'd be the last thing you wanted there. But fair play to you, man. Hey, if you're fucking going flat at it with a strength and conditioning and all, man, that's the best thing I want to hear. Anyway, like you know what I mean. But how'd you get into combat sports anyway?
Well, my uncle Sean, I come from a fighting family, you know what I mean? My dad's done the boxing, my uncles, my granddad's boxed. But Sean Mcgill, my uncle, he was a boxer and then he moved to kickboxing. He just liked kickboxing. He's
a very respected coach too. Loads of fighters he's
very well known as
even loads of boys that have done MMA and other sports have trained under him too at one point. Like he
got me striking. He showed me all the basics. I've won loads of fights with him. He's got me a few fights, and I've still got them and all too. Sometimes when combat wouldn't be on, but no, I just trained with him when I was younger, and then he just got me far better. And
he gets you under the K1 and all.
Got me under the K1 then, because people were saying, "Oh, K1's rough," but he just tuned me in saying it's not rough, you're just going on and doing what you do in training.
But if you know how to defend yourself, and you know what I mean, it's not too rough, like. But at the same time, it is a rough sport. It's not like
rough,
MMA.
like knees and all, like.
It's not like MMA, like, you know, like stand in front of each. Like in K1, there's a lot more stand in front of each other and going at it, whereas in MMA, there's a lot more movement and fence and taking people down and stuff like that.
100%.
Everything's got a purpose, whereas in K1, well, everything in K1 has a purpose too, but it's like pure just mass destruction.
You're coming forward, look, my scrap just there.
Stop, man. Did you enjoy that, like, when you were doing it?
I loved it. I wouldn't even mind going back to another K1 fight.
Just to smash somebody up.
I love K1. Like I will 100%. By I'd say next year I wouldn't say a K1 show with COVID and all happening this year. But if K1 show comes up, I will 100% take it. You know what I mean?
100%. That's the first sport I ever did. I never got to compete on it. Unluckily enough, like, man, but I would fucking love to. You know what I mean? Like, if somebody said to me tomorrow, do you want to do a K1 fight? I do it too for the crack, man. What do you mean? Like, I fucking love it. I love, like, see, back a day too, I used to love watching K1 and I love watching Glory kickboxing and all too. And Muay Thai, man. Like, I love watching all combat sports, and kickboxing's fucking, it's mad. Like, they don't get enough respect. Like we were talking about, they don't get paid enough money either, man.
They don't. I think they probably get like £1,000 a fight or something.
I know, man. I was watching a podcast a while back with a professional kickboxer, and he was talking about why he stopped professional kickboxing and started trading fucking Bitcoin and all, because he was talking about how he won like his 4th world title fight, no defending his belt, and he looked in his bank and he only had £4,000. He was like, I'm a fucking world champion. You know what I mean? He's like, what the fuck's his £4,000?
I think like pros in Ireland and Northern Ireland are getting paid like £300 for one fight. Like,
you reckon? Eh?
No, like I know pros. I've trained to be pros and they're getting £300. Like,
that's mad, there, isn't it, man?
It's shocking. Like,
it's a joke, like, because the much
knees to head and all. One slap to the head and something could be wrong for the rest of your life.
I picture getting like fuck.
You're getting 300 brick for it. Like,
I know why. That's fucking nothing there. Even if you fucking did get hurt, you need a medical bill. Like, I know it's with NHS, it's different here, but if it was something severe and you had to pay for it, like, you know what I mean? That's not covering fucking nothing there. £300, you know what I mean?
Fact.
Oh, what, lad? That's nearly your sesh just afterwards, just to make you feel better. You know what I mean, man? You gotta tighten on a fucking
100%, that 100%.
Oh, what, lad? But, do you ever think you would go pro in MMA like later in your life?
Oh, that's the plan. That's in another 2 to 3 years. Like, I only turned 20 last month.
You don't need to just go balls to the wall, amateur MMA?
I'm gonna just sandbag it until I know and I'm ready. Like,
fucking right, lad.
I'm gonna just try to beat everybody. I'm 1-0 now.
I wouldn't even say it's sandbagging, man. You know what I mean? Because like you said, you're a kickboxer and you came into a different sport. You know what I mean? And
I'm literally gonna just try to
different variables, lad. So
get as many fights as I can.
I would love to see as many amateur fights as you can before you would go pro. Like, I would love to see any fighter do that. You know what I mean? I think that's the smartest thing you can do. Because
what's the point of going on the pro when you only have a wee like a small sum?
If you've only dipped the waters under the amateur, it'd be so stupid, wouldn't it? You go on then and it's just
no, but that is the plan. All they go pro, like.
See, with amateur, you're fighting. There's no head guards, is there not?
No head guards.
No shin guards, is there?
In MMA?
Aye.
No, there's no shin guards. There's no spare shin.
So you think about it, like it's nearly like fighting pro.
It's the exact same. It's just the ounce in the gloves. The pros 4.
There's a 4.
And the amateur 6. There's literally.
I had no amateur was 6. I thought it would have been still 4 too. So
it's 6.
8, isn't it, for the sparring gloves in MMA?
Well, 6 or 8. We usually wear 6s, but and then we do stand up rounds. It's just 10-ounce boxing gloves. You know what I mean?
No, for Tesla. But so you reckon you'll just have as many amateur fights as you can then?
Just what I know, when I've beat everybody in amateur, so then that's the plan.
Nothing left for you, just to go to pro and just. And
when my coach is saying, right, it's happy enough to turn pro, but I'm 20 years of age, I'll be happy if I'm.
Stop, man, you're still so many years ahead. So many years left.
I just have to be smart now, keep my head down. There's a small window in MMA. A small window. You either go at it. Now I can keep, after this fight, I'll be keep my head down. I usually bloat out and be fat and eat food and all and drink. And this time I will be keeping my head down. I will be, because if a show comes up, I'll say, right, I'll take a jump. Do you know what I mean? So
fucking right, man. That's what you want there. Like, I like your attitude too, the way you're saying about how there's a small window in MMA. Talk to a lot of fighters, and a lot of them don't talk about this. Like, you know what I mean?
There's a small window, and
they don't talk about how small that gap is. You know what I mean?
There's 3. I'd say 3 years they make it.
You know
if you don't make it, you're not gonna make it.
And it's not like you can start now and take a wee couple of years break and go back at it. You have to just, once you start, you have to just go balls at a wall from that day. You know what I mean?
I felt Ian Gary. Would you know him from Cage Warriors?
He's unreal.
He was I fought in a show in Dublin 3 years ago, and he was on it just fighting K1. Now the man's in the UFC.
I know why.
It's a small window, and
Exactly.
he's been consistent. So fair play to him, and it's
He did what you
It's
were on
just-
about too. He fought like a hell in amateur, so he did. Made his
Aye.
whole way through amateur and the pro win.
Aye.
And he fought like a savage the whole way through pro.
He's fought in Clamors, so I fought in Clamors. So there's no reason just to keep pushing, train hard with my team, and listen to my coach. And there's no reason to go
Definitely, man, definitely. Hey, I'd love to see it, man. I'd love to see fighters from Derry like get to the UFC
pro.
or
It'll be
Bellator
mental,
or
wouldn't it?
one championship or something like that, man.
Be class.
Because we and Omer talked about the last day. We would love Derry to have a facility where like there could be world class coaches in it, like world class wrestling
Like
coaches.
all in one, like Evolve, Torres,
know what I
Combat,
mean?
and
Like
all
a
in
very
one.
giant facility where like people wouldn't have to go travel the other parts in Ireland. They train and all. You just go to this big fucking no way in America they have like American top team and stuff like that. There they have the
100%.
big super camps. It'd be amazing. And down Dublin they have them too. Like in
Yeah.
Dublin there's a couple of them now.
Like there's no one on there now you could say that's made it in MMA. No,
Exactly.
there's not one.
There's not enough. There's no amateurs. You know what I mean?
There's
Amateurs.
amateurs doing very well. There's Dara Kelly, he's very good.
Mm.
He's very good. He's got 9 maps now. There's loads of people like Matthew Freed. I'd say he'd be ready
He's
for
good.
pro.
He's good too. So is he. I've watched him compete a few times. He's a
He's
really
been, he's
good
been
competitor.
he's fought there Jerry Harrison. Jerry Harrison's way pro, but I thought Matty won the fight, but Jerry got the decision. But I'd say Matty be ready for pro. Devine be ready for Sean Devine be ready for pro.
Mm.
It's just that window, and probably in the next few fights you'll know if they're
It's
pro.
all about the timing too. Isn't it?
That's
It's all
it.
about the timing.
Especially with COVID too, we really never got the fight. You know what I mean?
That's annoying there, isn't it, man? That's just what annoys me, man. Just thinking about what it's done for athletes and stuff like that too. Even amateur athletes, like it's sort of held them back a bit, doesn't it? Think about
It has.
look at you on about the timing and the window and the.
It's how the
sports and
amateurs
small.
went back. You know what I mean?
Is it not, man? Because
That's 2 years that
2 years
amateurs could have
exactly. They haven't got to do fucking nothing, man. What? That's mad. To even think there. That was allowed. That's stupid. Because how do they think sports is going to go on in the future if they can't have people training the sports now? You know what I mean? Just let them all take a break and all come back together and see who's the best. You know what I mean?
My last fight was there was no fans on it.
Was there not?
No, it was in during COVID. Like it was last December.
What was that like? Fighting with no fans?
Weird that.
Just silence. Was it like a sparring match? Do you think?
It was just like a bubble with the fighters and the coaches, and it was something Clamors and.
You knocked that boy too out, didn't you? So what was it like fucking putting somebody out with no fucking fans and all, man? That must have been weird there, like.
I can't even mind now, but no, lad, it was some experience, like.
But
But there was nobody in there. It was just a big empty hall, man. and
was your
arcades and
coaches
all
going mad like when you put them out?
that. Kieran just said, "Go on." When we were up at the top of the stairs, Kieran goes, "Right, you're going down now for a spar in the gym." Just he meant like get me focused. And he just was saying like, "This is it now. Just go down, chill out, spar. It's like a spar."
Can I move
And I
about?
went down,
Just,
just moved about, caught him, bang, and that's it. Finished.
that's it. Hey, hopefully you do the same the next one anyway.
100%.
Talk 3,000 people, but next time, lads.
Ah,
be a
Cage just getting jumped.
that'll be a big roaring crowd. No,
Nah, all my mates, the boys I work with, Paddy and out of Bernock, and I was going to be going up, and my close mates, and I was going up with my family.
Is all the tickets sold out? Or are they still going?
No, there's still tickets
I
there.
might try to get one myself.
100%, that'd be some experience,
That'll be fucking lethal, hey. Going
Trust me,
nuts.
I'll be jumping that cage.
You get hit with a fucking pint glass maybe or something. I just fire, yes, go on, yeah, cut you. Just fired at you, yeah. Go mad, lad. Oh, what? That'll be some experience there. What you getting up in a cage, 3,000 people, and like you're like, I know it's Belfast, not your home, but it might as well be your home, like, you know.
I was a
Northern
local fella, anyway. Like,
Ireland. You know what I mean?
Live
That's
out
what I'm
some
saying. Everybody will be on your fucking back end, roaring and all. Especially too, like if the falls is like a Catholic area too, like, you know what I mean? One of them ones, it's just everybody be behind you, man. Oh, going mad. Like,
That's it, hey.
What the fuck, hey?
class.
And I would never want to put it down. They fight and they do with sectarianism, you know what I mean, or nothing like that. But it's just the way it is in this country. Like the way some fights are going to be in places like that, you know what I mean? Might be in a Catholic, I might be in a Catholic area, I might be in a Protestant area. Could you imagine that? Like
just get on with it.
But being a Catholic, having to fight in a Protestant area and everybody hitting you because you're a Catholic or something, or being a Protestant and vice versa. Could you imagine
Some
that?
people
like,
be like that, but I'm not. I just get on with it.
No
Just
time
fight.
for that shit there, like, you know what I mean?
100%.
Straight on, just man. Chin checks, know what I mean? Collect them in too. Get out of there. Fuck
That's
that
it.
there, man. But CB kickboxing and all. Like when you transitioned from kickboxing to MMA, was it hard or did you find it easy?
Lad, I hated MMA.
You not like it now?
Don't like it. Hey, I went to combat one time, and I just was getting choked out like right.
Oh, just wrestle
And I
fucked and all, man.
Just smashed. Hey, and I was like, I'm usually like bitten every like people. Why is this not happening? Like, and then there were boys just bit me in the ground, and I just took time off. And I was like, went back to combat, got bit again. And I was like, oh my, I tell you, this ain't normally like me here. So then I fought a fella, Shane Burns, from Belfast. was my last. No, it wasn't my last. I won the Irish title. The second last before my K1 fight. I fought him, and then it was a tight fight, and he bit me by split decision. I just said, "That's me done with K1. I said, I'm not fighting it again ever." I just was all going to MMA.
He's all focused, just.
I just was done with it. I was nearly giving up fighting and everything. I was like, I'm just fed up with this.
K1's a tough sport, man. The judging too, the criteria on it, like they actually won fights. You have to do a lot.
You need to become. You need to come forward.
You need to exactly, man. Like see what we were on with your last fight, how you started it. No, just be few wee check hooks, then you came forward. Like if you were doing that in K1, he's getting scored winning because you're on the back foot. You know what I mean? Even if you're just like checking him and moving around, like the judges ain't seeing it that way. They're like, he's coming forward now. He's coming forward. It really shouldn't be like that, but. It's just a sport it is, man, I suppose. It's like the same with Muay Thai too. Have you ever seen two athletes in Muay Thai disengage and the referee gets angry and all? He's like, fight and all. He's all shouting and all. He's like, They all hurry up and hit each other, but the two boys are tentative because they're fucking hurting each other, like, you know what I mean? Like 100%. Kicks back and forth and all, and the referee's all, fight. And it's mad that, like, they have the rules on these sports that are so brutal like that, you know, I think, man?
Big time.
Like, these boys here can... These boys have to, like, they want these boys to just stand in the pocket and trade.
Nah.
You know what I mean? But they're not taking into consideration that these boys are actually just hurting each other. You know what I mean? Like, they all just want it for their entertainment. It's like, fighting is like, it is crazy, man. It's just blood sport shit. Like, and you have
unbelievable.
Like, you have to think yourself, you have to be a wee bit off in the head to like fighting or something.
You need to be a nut bar, like.
You do, man, for that.
Like if,
but not in a bad way.
Not in a bad way.
Like the way I mean, you can sit down and chat each other, we see each other, oh, what's happening, all, but there's definitely something wrong with us a wee bit, you know what I mean? If we like fighting so much, like, why would somebody
you need to be a loose, it's not they say you need to be a loose, you just...
You know what I'm trying to say?
I know where you're coming from, but...
You know what I mean? There has to be something there, like, you know what I mean? It's not right. Like they hurting people that much.
I
like,
respect
you know
every man who gets under the cage, because you know what it's like.
Exactly, that's what I mean. That's why I'm saying that. That's why
it's scary.
You see, there's a lot of mutual respect between a lot of martial artists because they understand what they're doing. Like, even jiu-jitsu boys and MMA boys, they all respect each other because they know
I don't get much nerves. Well, I'll be a liar saying I don't get nerves at all, but see when you make a wit, you don't even think about the fight, you're just thinking about making wit. So when you make wit then, and then after you reload now, you don't even think about the fight, and then see in about 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, you're going to bed. You start to go, right, this is it. Then you wake up and I stay in it all that day, you're thinking about it. You're on the way up to Belfast, the last time you were way up in Belfast, and you're just chatting. Literally, Kieran doesn't even literally just tell you the crack, like what's going to happen in the fight. He just tell about 10 minutes before you're going to make a walk, he goes, right, let's focus now. You're going downstairs and you're going to just smash this boy. And that's the way it ought to be. See, if you're always constantly thinking about the fight
and worrying, what's this boy going to do? What am I going to do? You know,
I have close relationships like with people out of my gym, so we're just like we're mates and brothers, like so we're just constantly having a crack, and then about 10-15 minutes before we go make the fight, they just go right focus. And that's what I like.
You get it on now. It's game time now, you boys. Oh, that should be the way it is there, lad. Always, like, that should definitely be the way it is. I like the whole concept behind that, man, for test, because fighting, it's like when you're training,
drains you if you think about it all the time.
I know, man. Like when you're training fighting and all, when you're training with people, it's fun, and it's a sport that you can't do by yourself. You know what I mean? But it's such a selfish sport in a sense too. Like, you're going out there to fight, nobody else is out there fighting for you, but so many people helped you get to that position too. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I seen a thing there, Team Carbon from Liverpool.
I told
him his coach was saying, like, when Darren Till wins the title, it's not going to be Darren who won the title, it's going to be everybody.
All the people around him, exactly.
Teammates. They're not teammates, they're brothers too, like.
Exactly, but it will be Darren out there doing it.
But it's the team.
Darren wouldn't have got that position.
How would Darren won the title if his teammates don't spar him and don't help him?
Exactly, if they don't get in there with him day in, day out.
So if you want to fight, it's not you won the fight, it's literally your teammates helped you to get there. So
it's a good way to look at it, man. It actually is a really good way to look at it. Because your boys Daisy Fresh, they did a jiu-jitsu documentary a while back too, and there's a boy Andrew Walsey in it. He's a black belt now, and he talks about it every time he goes to compete. He says, I'm ready for this competition, I know I'm ready, because the last few weeks, every day in the gym, my teammates are there trying to kill me, you know what I mean? It was like, I know I'm ready because my teammates are trying to kill me every single fucking day. If my teammates weren't trying to kill me every day, I wouldn't be ready. Because they are, I know I'm fucking ready. Like, and like that thinking, you know what I mean? There's a good good mindset behind it. Knowing that you're in there getting pushed every day, like you were saying, you need your team, because if your team weren't there doing that and you were getting that high level work, what are you going to do? You know
what are you going to do? Is right, lad. You're 100% right there.
Could you imagine being like the person that had all the brains, all the skills, all everything? They could do everything, but they had nobody to do it with.
Nah, it'd be a nightmare, wouldn't it?
Wouldn't it? Like it's an interesting way to think about it. Like, could they actually perform right? Could they perform well if they had all the skills, everything, but they just didn't have partners? No, nothing like that.
I don't think they could. Like, you need a good coach and you need a good team. Like,
no, for definitely that. It's a weird one to think about there. That would be a weird one. Like, if you knew somebody, like, picture like an athlete, just say McGregor for example, you knew he was a dangerous athlete. Picture he just did a Mike Perry and just sacked all his coaches and shoot up his girlfriend. You know what I mean?
You're not gonna do well there, man.
For this, man, it's probably
you're
not.
Sitting in the back with a woman like it's not going to happen.
No, you come back with like busted fist and all her, I'm sorry, baby.
Like, what's she gonna tell you? Say you're on a choke, how's she gonna tell you to get out there?
I know,
she's just telling you to survive.
Your coach, get your back to the mat.
With Kieran, you can hear everything he says.
Right, clear instructions.
Focusing, moving, kick there, boom.
That's the way it should be.
You need a solid coach, and if you don't, you're not gonna go further.
100%, lad. 100%.
You need a coach that's gonna believe in you too to go the whole way.
Your coach needs to believe in you, and they need to install morals in you, and like they need to install just basics in the things, that fundamentals, like what you were saying. You can hear him clearly where he's like, move, throw a kick. No, like your coach, you should be able to respond to your coach at all times. You know what I mean?
100%.
Because if there ain't that chemistry between the coach and the fighter, and like how's the fighter meant to win when things are going wrong?
100%. Your coach needs to believe in you. Like,
fighting's a crazy game, like, because like you said, like, you could go out and you could just dominate everybody, man, just hit them fucking hard and knock them out, like, but then that one time you get it tight, then like you need to be able to listen to your coach, man, you know what I mean? Because you could be in there like, what the fuck is going on? I don't even know how to deal with this boy, but your coach does, you know what I mean? Your coach is like, you're not seeing what I'm seeing, you know what I mean? And that's when you definitely do need to be able to listen to him. That's why it's so important to have a strong coach. You see a lot of fighters at the higher level leave their coaches and
it's mental, like,
they just go into limbo nearly, like they go travelling around different gyms.
I felt Ian Gary, he left his team in 10 days before he went and fought for the world title.
That was crazy to think. And he tore his knee too, and he still won that fight. I wonder what was going on. His team said it was something to do with the management. They reckon the management's pushing him in a wrong direction or something. He's became untrainable and
seen that. That's insane.
I would love to know what was going on, like but the sounds of things, he's just becoming a rock star, man, in his head. Like, he's becoming a superstar. Do you think you could ever become like that with Kieran? Like,
no, lad, I don't think Kieran. What do you mean by just?
Do you think you could ever come to the point where you couldn't listen to Kieran? You know what I mean?
No, like, he's good crack. No, he's good crack. He's like, he's not even my coach, lad. He's my mate, like.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So picture your coach bringing you so far to that point where Ian Gary got, then you just turn around and like
get out, like,
I couldn't. And not treating him like how you should be treating him, like the way you're giving all the respect to Kieran, how he makes you run, how he makes you do all. No, you're like, he makes you do all these amazing things that'll benefit your life as a fighter. So why should you ever turn around to him some point then and be like, fuck off? You know what I mean? What have you done for me? And then he's sitting there being like, what have I done for you?
Now, if I never had a coach, I wouldn't be going 3 mile runs.
Exactly,
Do you know what I mean? Kieran literally texts me, right, Blaine, where's your run? I'll send it him. You know, if I was sitting, just leaving my coach, I wouldn't be going to run, I'd be sitting eating. I'd be eating food.
Just chilling, man, just sitting like,
so that's
running's hard, man.
You respect your coach and you'll get it back in, and that'll pay off after you smash it.
For days, man. See, I only started running about 2 years ago there myself. A year or two ago. When was it the lockdown started?
March, was it? It was that long ago, and I don't even want to think about it.
I can't even mind how, but when the lockdown started, John Rossborough, like one of my coaches, he was always out running, and when we were out running, like, he would take us out running and take us cold water therapy and all. Like, there was no fights or nothing on, but he just wanted us out running anyway. Nobody be fucking training, like, because we couldn't train in the gym. And he'd take us out running. I could hear him, like, when he was running,
getting the breathing
for his nose, but it was like the most intense, deep breathing you could hear. When you were running with him, you could just hear him. And you were running for a few miles and he stole doing it, no? And I just stopped then one day. I was like, what the fuck are you doing, no? And he was like, man, don't breathe through your mouth ever. He's like, breathe through your nose. And he's just, when you're running, it like helps produce more oxygen in your brain and stuff. When you breathe through your nose, whatnot, even when you're running too, stuff like that. And he was talking to me, like what you were saying. He got us on the all running. He got loads of us on the running. It was me, we Dylan Doherty, and a few other people. He was just, boys, you need to start running now all the time, like, you know what I mean? He was just out in the road running, and he made us join his wee group, and what you run about, like, we Kieran, he had us, like, writing in nearly every day what we did for fitness. He would make us, like, go running and it would make us do skipping videos and all stuff like that, and send it under the group.
It's good,
just to be like, they make sure you're actually fucking doing something.
You want a coach like that, they push you.
Fact, man, and he was just doing this. We weren't preparing for a fight or nothing, just because the lockdown was on, and he knew that we were all fucking people that wanted to do MMA and BJJ and all, and he didn't want us sitting still. He was like, you need to be still fucking doing stuff. Just because the lockdown's on, you can't get in the gym, doesn't mean you shouldn't be in the house, or you shouldn't be out training, running, doing everything. And it's important to have a person like that around you for this.
Perfect, you do that.
They'll take you so far, man, like you don't understand it, like. And would you say, like, you and Kieran have that chemistry, like, you reckon, like, he'll be your coach for, like,
I'll not leave him, man.
You reckon he'll always be your coach, like?
Fact,
100%. That's good there, man, that's good to hear. I bet
you
be
glad to be loyal, like, he's put me on these cases now, like, it's just loyal now, like.
Fact, man, he'd be glad to hear that too, like.
100%.
Fact, man, he'd definitely be glad to hear that there. Because I bet you'd be nothing worse to you as a coach training a fighter and bringing them up so much, then someday they just leave you, man. You know what I mean? And they go elsewhere.
No, if I don't make it, like, I'll be with him still, like, 100%. No, but that's the plan.
You're a barber too, you know, aren't you?
Aye, barber.
What's a crack with a barber?
Give it a hand, sir.
Like, what's a crack with that there? Is that just wild?
I just over lockdown, man. I butchered my mitts.
Is that how you started barbering
over lockdown? That's how I started barbering, not over lockdowns. I'm not even barbering a year, man, and I'm flying like I'm away.
That's lethal there, that.
No, so I'm working in bare knuckle the minute time.
Any courses or nothing?
Don't need to do a course. What?
Man, that's lethal. No, man, that there's motivating me here.
My mates were letting me. I had a wee shed out the back, hey, and I was just, I'll cut your hair now. I used to do barbering, I just laying on them.
Serious, lad?
I went on, butchered on, laughing my way, hey, and just some of them turned out alright. So, and I was winging it, lad, with a back teeth, you know what I mean? But and I was watching videos on YouTube. No, actually, I like it then. So then I was just, Paddy works in bare knuckle. He was just chatting away to me. He rang me one day. So you should come up here, like, well, to teach you, like,
how do you actually
watching them?
I know, because I've seen loads of people when you go on, they always have young boys on there, watching, when you're getting your hair cut and all and stuff like that.
Paddy was all chatting, and then Kev and Theo down in Blade, he texts me one day and just goes, hey lads, you can start here, we'll shoot a drill. I went down, showed me the drill, was barbering on there for a few times, loved it, hey. And then Paddy and texts me one day, just do you want to come up here? Went up and barbering now.
That's mad there, lad. That's fucking mad there. You couldn't write that, man.
You couldn't write it, lad. Not even a year ago, sir.
No tech, no nothing, man. Just skip.
I was working on a year ago, like.
That's fucking lethal there, lad.
In a way.
That's mad, but that's a life skill too, man. Like, that's one thing I never see when
it suits my training. Like, I can take any time I want to have.
I'm saying, man, that's perfect for you, yeah, because you can cut hair whenever you want. You know what I mean? Literally, you can cut hair in the shop, and cut hair in the house.
And it's something you could take away. Say if I wanted to move away now tomorrow, I can cut hair.
Oh, man, hey, that's cracker, hey. You're set then, man, too, if you ever did fuck off, like, because you got your martial arts and all, you know what I mean? You're training people too flat out with power work and all too, aren't you?
Flat out. Well, I started now last week.
I'm taking it easy for the fight now, just.
And then as soon as the fight's back, I'll be taking back people with personal training.
Jesus, man, what you never stop, do you, hey?
No, I hate sitting in the house, man. Like, I would go to walk if I was sitting in the house. I'd never be in the house.
I just be on the go for days.
I literally just sleep there. Like, I don't want to be in the house during the day.
You just be a lazy bastard if you're in the house. That's like me too sometimes, man. If I'm in the house, I'm just
go out of tanders, man.
Just sitting about.
It's good for your head. Listening to music, listening to podcasts.
No, fuck, lad, fuck. You can't beat it, man. Just getting out and doing stuff.
Yeah, it's unreal, lad.
Like, you do seem like a buzzy boy, like, because every time I'm looking at your Instagram and all, team, man, you're always at something, like, you're definitely, you're always hitting pads and you're training and you're running and you're in the gym and your man has you doing the new look no wits and all, man, and fucking.
That's really fun.
Oh, what that?
I was training with Darrell White there, just as I came up there now. He's good.
Who's out there?
He's on a Team Torres, good. He's a good MMA fighter, but he's taking people on pads too. So it's across from our gym. So I was chatting to him one day and I was all, fuck, our personal trainer couldn't make it, so I was like, give me a shout. I went on that day and loved it. Hey,
that's lethal, man.
He knows what he's at with his pads, and he's fought a few times, like, so I just let's do it. And
that's
I loved it. Hey,
that's cracker. Like,
it's worth it. So anybody wants to train me, give him a shout. Darrell White on Instagram.
100%. I shout out to the big man, Darrell White, hey, and give fucking Blaine a shout too. If you're ever looking pads, hey, he's always doing pads with people and all, flat a ton, like. You must
get down. You must get down for a session.
For days, lad, I'll get down. I love smashing pads, man. I fucking love it, hey. I fucking don't have pads as much as anymore, like, because I'm always trying to work on my grappling and all now, and stuff like that, man.
Grappling gets addicting, doesn't it, lad? Gets addicting.
That's fucking. grappling's hard going, man. It's hard going, but it has to be done, hey.
Especially, you need it, like.
Has to be done. It's so vast, man. Like, so many different things you can do in grappling, different ways.
Would you be looking at going to the cage long time, like?
Lad, I'd love to go in the cage, man, for days, man. But I wouldn't want to jump into a cage fight until my grappling just gets a wee bit better. Just, you know what I mean? Like, it's one of them ones. I wouldn't want to go and get ragdolled or tucked down. Like, I would just want me wrestling to be better. My jiu-jitsu sweet, like, I can fight off a ground and all that, but me wrestling, like, I wouldn't feel comfortable. You know what I mean? Fighting a good wrestler or something, somebody just throw me about that place. No, trying to stand up and getting.
We have a cage in the gym too, so we nearly every 2 nights, every 3 nights, we would be on
doing
against the cage and wall work.
Wall work's hard going.
By the time Steven, your top off, you're in a cage, your top off the cage, rolling your back and somebody head.
Head position and all, man. Smashing you up against that chin. Jesus Christ. The wall work actually is so tiring. Like, the exhaustion, like when you're like driving under somebody and you're using your hip and your knee and your fucking every point of your body you can, your head positioning and your underhook and and the boy's trying to move and you're trying to keep him still and all, man. Everything about it's so tiring, hey. That's what I'm on about. Like, but that conditioning,
part of the game.
The conditioning's so important in MMA, isn't it, man?
You need to be fit, like.
I think about it all the time. Like, I used to always think like kickboxers and boxers and all these people were so much more fitter than MMA fighters. But then when I started doing MMA, and now I think about MMA, man, every time I watch that, like a hard MMA fight where two boys get into the deep waters, like, I'm always thinking like, how fit are these boys? You know what I mean?
I like watching Khabib. Do you ever see their fit? Do you ever go on their YouTube and watch their training sessions?
What do you call the bike?
The salt bike has on one end. They're terrible.
It's never off it, man. Khabib's never off it, man. He's always on it. Just literally, he's always on it. Like, he must love that fucking thing. There. He's out
it gets you fit. That man goes 25 minutes, no stop. That man could go forever. Like.
I know, man. I was talking to a few people in my gym about it too, and I was talking about his cardio and all. People were saying to me, like, I don't reckon it's his cardio. They reckon it's his muscle endurance and stuff. They were like, muscle endurance must be on a different planet. Because the way he's able to squeeze for so long, like, he'd take you down, just squeeze you for 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Come back out, do the same thing, you know what I mean? Like, do you remember he'll go 25 minutes and just squeeze you, punch you, you know what I mean?
He's good too in the feet, like. Not they say he dropped McGregor, like.
He's smart too. He'll take a round off too. He's not stupid. Like, if you watch McGregor fight in the 3rd round, he nearly took that whole round off. He just sort of
for the 4th and 5th.
You know what I mean? He came out and finished him in the 4th. It's one of them ones. He'll do it. You see him doing it in fights. He goes out grapple so heavy, then he might just need to take a wee breather. Takes a wee breather and boom, he's just straight.
Yeah, won the round, but he'll take it light.
He's just not doing what he was doing the whole fight. You know what I mean, man? And it's crazy to see that he can do that too. That he can just sort of like put it on the 2nd gear and still just dominate anybody, man. He's probably the most dominant fighter they touch out UFC, like, for this.
He's the best fighter in UFC.
Do you like him, like? Do you like him?
I like him, like.
You look up to him?
See, when I never was in MMA, I never liked him because I thought it was boring because of me obviously being a striker. But see, when you get into MMA and you know a crack and you love your wrestling, like, you understand, you go, geez, that man is the best, like, he is.
Exactly. A lot of people don't understand grappling and jiu-jitsu and all that there.
Like, I'd say he would beat GSP, like.
You reckon?
100%.
GSP would have a fucking tough night with him for days, man. He would.
I wouldn't want to get locked in a cage with him, like.
I don't know why. Khabib wouldn't stop, like. That's a thing with GSP. If you watch a GSP and Michael Bisping fight, GSP looked like he was starting to get a bit tired, like.
Yeah.
And Khabib doesn't get tired, man. You know what I mean? Like you said, he just goes for 25 minutes. Just mauls people. What all fighters do you look up to, man? Like, what would you say? Like, who's your favourite fighters at the minute?
In Ireland and just Europe and the world, just
all right, man. Like, what fighters do you like?
My favourite all-time fighter, style and just Darren Till.
You like Darren Till, I was a really big Darren Till fan too, man, when he was coming
up. He's just ruthless, lad.
He's psycho, man.
He says when I think he's a few screws loose up on top.
He does, man. Is it because he's got a kickboxing background too, you like him?
Aye, it's just the way he comes forward and striking. And the way he goes on, he just doesn't give a shit about anyone. Like,
he's so precise, isn't he? The way he throws his strikes and all.
Darren Till, and probably just Darren Till.
See the way he throws his left hand. He does like a thing where he like fence and he throws his left hand. But see if he duck, he'll like change his left hand and the left uppercut because he's so smart that he knows it. Like, you're going to duck his left hand and he just changes like the trajectory of it and throws and then uppercut. Just catchy when you're ducking then, you know what I mean? Because you don't know where his left hand's coming. He like throws it around, he throws it straight, he throws it like uppercuts and all. He's so good, hey. Like, see when I put Masvidal down when Masvidal were fighting.
Like Jordan, I went over and trained with him.
Did he? Aye.
Jordan was over Rome with him, and Jordan said he's brilliant. Like,
I think Christy Hassan too. I trained me was over training with him too. Hey, Christy fucking said he was sparring with him and all. And they were just just having a nice wee spar on. Christy said he landed a punch or a leg kick or something. He was like. He said it was actually a good slap button. He was like, fuck, you know what I mean? He was like, you know what I mean? I connected a wee bit too hard there now or something. He said, Tull looked at him and just shook his head and all. Christy was, oh man, I came out of that fucking cage with a black guy. You know, man, I'm telling you, he just fucking Christy said he just seen a big fint and the big left hand just came down the pipe and boom, just had him pure hard. I was oh man, must have been good.
Christy caught him and then darn hole lost it.
He said no, like it wasn't like a big slap or nothing, but no, they were just messing about. Christy like had him like actually landed like a wee punch in the chin or something, and Tull was like, good one, boom, just cracked him in straight away. Christy said he's leaving me a big black eye, you know. I was must have been good.
If you're wearing training men, boys,
fuck, must be hard going, man. They've got do you ever see the two Irish boys that are over
the Loughlin brothers?
Are they brawlers?
They're brawlers.
Are they brawlers? Right, that's mad. Hey,
Tiernan and Keelan, I think it is.
Animals they are, man. Hey.
Two beasts, lad.
Two fucking animals, man. You see the shit.
One of them's fighting Clammers now in the weekend.
Tiernan in there.
Tiernan's fight and Alexander O'Sullivan or something.
He's 155, isn't he? Would he be what would you be fighting?
I'm Irish champion at 155, but I'm fighting at 80 kg this time. But I'm gonna be moving down.
What would 80 be?
80's once. I don't even know.
The 77's welter, isn't it?
77. Well, 170. So be one. I don't even know that. I'm somewhere. 175. That's 175.
175. That body, you don't even care about the weight at all.
I don't care about the weight, man.
Straight on for scrap this, man.
Straight on, and then go cut down then. That's it. Maybe fight at welterweight next.
You reckon?
And then lightweight.
Do you feel like you're undersized for welterweight or anything like that?
Oh, aye. Then I'm only 5'8".
I know, man. You're small enough. Like that's why I'm surprised.
I'm a stocky fella.
You're stocky as fuck, guy. But I was surprised when you said you were fighting at 80 kg because you're only 5'8" too. I was like, geez, that was no like a small enough height.
The last time I fought, the time I fought your boy in Clammers, he came on there. He looked like he went, he's big boy. He's a big boy. Yeah, so fuck it. He's getting it. But no, you're sparring big boy. My training partner looked like Jordan O'Neill. He's 6'1", 6'2", 6'3" maybe.
So you're used to feeling that big presence.
Aye, sure. Most people in our gym are bigger people. Like in Mcgill, they're same around my body weight, like so.
That's good, man. That's what you need anyway, big time. But as long as you're not like you don't feel like because you're
I'm not getting no strength on there, like.
It's just but at the same time, you being a smaller, as long as you know how to fight as the smaller fighter too. The smaller fighter does have the advantages and the steps on their punches. No, you don't have to fucking duck too much. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it could go against you with kicks and all.
100%. If a boy wants to keep his range,
exactly.
We need to get in there and close.
Exactly. You need to close the distance where he doesn't even. He can just sit on the outside. But it's just all depends how the fight goes. Styles make matchups and all too.
That's
like, you know what I mean?
That's 100%.
Is this boy tall or anything that you're fighting?
I don't even know.
Do you know anything about him, or you just being the best version of yourself, showing up and just
showing up and putting them out, man.
That's it.
I don't know much. I just know he's a boxer and he's southpaw. That's all I know. Southpaw.
How about are you orthodox?
Yeah, I am orthodox.
So,
but I'm left-footed.
Are you left-footed?
I'm right-handed, left-footed.
That's interesting there.
So he'll be trying to move my bad leg. He'll be moving right from my bad hand. I'll be kicking him with my left, and I'll be
that's smart, So he'll be circling towards your good leg. And he's gonna get forced to go on towards your power. He's gonna go
to my right hand.
He's gonna get forced to go into your power, and that's. Oh well, hey, we'll see how that goes for him. Like, you know, Are you good at kicking with your left leg?
Well, I mostly kick anyway. Do you know what I mean? I didn't really get the kick. In my last fight, a free one leg kick or two maybe.
No, you had him a heavy leg kick too. You did too.
Start,
it was a big leg kick you had him.
No, I just came with the perform, man. This fight here, you'll know more of a martial artist than. Do you know what I mean?
No, you want to go out and put all your skills on the line there.
I really didn't get to show my last one.
But you showed good enough skills. Like from what I've seen your last fight, like. I'm not saying I fucking know how to break down fights and all that, but from what I've seen enough that you know what you're fucking doing. Like, when I was on about, you didn't go out and just rush about. You went out, tested the waters, you came straight forward and you kept cutting them off on angles, you know what I mean? You just kept angling off until you clipped them, boom, it was fight over, and like your man didn't even get a chance to get going. Your man was like, what the fuck, you know what I mean?
My man was on there quicker.
No, it was mad, because you were out there just playing with fighting and your man was just running straight, you know what I mean? If you run straight, man, you're just... You come against somebody like you and they're just going to hurt you, man. Big time.
That's it.
Big time.
Get them out of there as soon as possible.
See when you go on here and this fight now, like 3,000 people. How do you think it's going to start? Do you think it'll start slower? Do you think it's just going to start high pitched straight away, man? Just
The fight itself, I'm going to be running at him, lad.
straight on, just
Putting the pressure on him, putting everything I have on him. Keep me distance, run at him, keep me distance. Throw a few jabs, leg kicks, and then maybe I would
walk him down, just
walk him down. If opportunities there, lad, take it. You know what I mean? But just there's no point saying now what way I think it's going to go. I just want him out of there. Do you know what I mean?
You just want to go in and hurt him, just,
you know
man.
what I mean?
That's it. Hey, that's fucking. I don't know, but I definitely like. Oh, you do look stoic, man. I'm looking at you now. You're sitting there smiling. All I can see, man. You're just fucking ready
I just
to
can't
go.
wait
Hey.
it. I can't wait it's over, man.
Lad, hey.
I just want to enjoy this one. Do you know what I mean?
Nah, for days, lad. But I like the whole consensus. Do you want to enjoy it? No,
Yeah.
man. You know what I mean?
That's when I soak it all up.
Yeah, exactly, man. You're not treating it like I want to. Like, even though you want to go and put him away, you know, you're not being like,
Aye.
I just can't wait to knock this boy out. Just, you know what I mean?
No, there's no point slabbering about it. Do you know what I
Exactly.
mean? I'm just doing what I'm saying with my hard work. I'm training literally flat out.
You're just keeping the head down. You
Yeah.
want to go
My
on.
man there barely, barely sees me. I'll be flat out training in the gym all the time.
Fuck, man. That's the best
That's
way.
the
but
best way.
Oh, what? Lad,
But
I actually can't
but
wait to
it'll
see
pay
it, man.
off.
Like, even
It will
talking to
pay
you,
off.
man, just seeing you know, just like you look
Focused.
hungry, like, man. That's what I mean. You look,
That's
you're
it.
so calm. You're calm, like. That's one thing. A calm fighter's a dangerous fighter, like.
Nah, it's 100%. The happy fighters.
Calm, happy fighter, man's a dangerous fighter, like. Cause boys that are too hyped up, fuck.
And they overextend.
Exactly.
And
when
just
you
get
clipped
sparked.
or so, you know what
I
I
was
mean?
on there pure, just slow and focused, moving about.
And the Matrix.
Just enjoy it, though.
Oh, what?
Soak it all up.
I can't wait to see it, man. So there's no pay-per-view link, but there'll be tickets.
And I'll probably get one of my mates to go live on Facebook, so you will see it either.
Oh, for days, lad. I really know if I should get it live on Facebook. Get it streamed or something like that. Should be the best thing. If I go to you, I'll probably try live stream it on
100%
Facebook,
it,
man,
aye.
for these next Thursday. Where's the tickets? Where's
I
the
have
ticket?
ones in the gym. They're £30 for the bronze ones.
I might say to them boys and see if I can get a
Leafle,
fucking
get a
few
crowd
boys.
up, I'll blow
Aye,
Belfast, they
fuck it,
bets.
What the crack is he going up here next week? Wait, actually, you know, hey, it's fucking. See after that performance last weekend, we had a festival, man. I don't want to be going to no rage or nothing. I swear, I'm bad. Like, hey, anybody that's listening to this podcast, see me the other night, I am fucking sorry. Hey, Jesus Christ. Like, see when I seen you, I was coming around to myself, man, but fucking, I was still bad. Like when I seen you, I had no top on, no, man. I was wearing like a fucking. Like that black coat behind me with no top on and fucking I couldn't find my top and all that. I was running around for ages. I was like, where's your top and all, yeah, man? I was like, I don't know. And I got out of the rave, man, and I put my hand in my pocket and just pulled my top out. I was like, what the fuck? And I was out of my pocket the whole time.
Hey, as long as you enjoyed yourself, man.
Oh, man, I didn't even fucking enjoy myself, man. I can't remember. You know what I mean? I can remember the end when I'm seeing everybody and all, what's a crack and all chatting to them, but like, up until that point, man, it was just fucking blackness. Like,
Class.
my friends are all texting me and all saying I was up, they so mad antics. Like, I wouldn't even want to talk about half of them on this podcast, man. It's a fucking joke, eh?
Ah,
Swear
stop.
to God, hey. Bad crack. But fucking, how's COVID been treating you, man?
Sweet. Hey, I actually got COVID in December.
Did you actually?
The week after the fight.
Luckily
enough, I never got it before, but
Did you get tested before the fight or anything like that?
you see when I fought in Clamors, I got tested that day. You get tested, and then the doctors, like, you go down, when we landed, you go on, get tested, you have to go out and sit in a car. You had to go out, get tested, sit in a car, and then they rang you, Clamors rang you and goes, right, you can fight. Because there's doctors, there's people there testing you for COVID. But I got tested there last week, I'm sweet with COVID, like, I'm negative.
Definitely different there. Did you have any effects like when you got COVID or anything like that, or did you feel like you were sweet just?
No, I had to isolate for 10 days and I just couldn't breathe for 2 days and then I was sweet again, but no, I wear a mask and all now, man. I don't even believe it at the start, you know what I mean?
You believe it now, but after you
aye,
supposedly
100%.
got it, well, for this, man. I haven't got it, like, you know what I mean? I got sick, like, last year, but I didn't get tested, so I wouldn't even know if I had COVID or not, you know what I mean, at this point. It happened to me too. I couldn't breathe for about 2 or 3 days, man. My fucking nose was fucked and all. Couldn't breathe or nothing like that there. But then, there was nothing after that, like, you know what I mean? It was sweet, man.
Happy
Fucking-
days.
Did you ever get any injuries or anything, man? Like training, doing combat sports?
No,
anything?
luckily enough, touch wood, hey, big man. I haven't got
That's
anything.
it, man. You're a lucky boy, hey?
The only thing, I broke my nose or something years ago.
Did
I
you?
got hit with a hurley bat when I was away.
Can you only breathe through one nostril?
No,
Or
no.
Can you breathe through both?
I can't breathe through both, like.
Is it hard or any struggles
No.
or like I fucking? It's a wee bit hard for me to breathe from my nose. I was up partying. Do you know about Kjartman?
Nah, like
me and Kurt were partying years ago. Hey, we were messing about. No, I was like punched him in the arm and all. We were just like hitting each other body shots. Now for a jab, man, he parried it and threw a fucking elbow, man, like a full on elbow tie style, man. What? My whole nose just broke, man.
Game over.
I just boys, give me a tissue now, you know. And they were all white, and I just lifted my hands, man. And my whole face was just pouring me blood and all. My nose was just smashed. We were only joking about, like, know what I mean, messing about. But ever since then, my nose is fucked, man. I can only breathe through like one nostril now. Hey, it's a fucking nightmare that. But I'm gonna wait till somebody breaks my nose again. Hey, I can't wait. See, when your nose gets broke, it has to get broke again to get fixed. Like, if you go to the doctors, they'll break your nose. They'll like put you to sleep, man. Put like a hammer and a bit of metal and break your nose and put it back together. Or if you get in a fight and somebody breaks your nose and you go straight to the hospital, they can click it back in then, and your nose will be better than it was before the fight. That's a mad one there, like, they think, isn't it?
It's mental.
It's like the only bone in your body, well, not the only bone, but the only thing in your body, if you break, it's better to break.
It repairs the second time,
you know
better.
What I mean? It's better to sort of break to get it fixed better. Have you never had any knee injuries, nothing like that, no?
No, luckily enough, I never.
Jesus.
I'm sweet at the minute.
Fucking take care of your knees, man.
Yeah.
Take care of your knees. I partially tore my meniscus last year. Hey, couldn't walk and all. It was one of the worst things ever, lad. I couldn't strip my knee. Like, my knee was stuck like that there. Like, I could put pressure on my knee, but my knee couldn't straighten. So I couldn't walk or nothing like that. Like, one day, I mean, the first day I was training, I was over in the gym over there, and the little boys from combat were on too, you know. It was like when Matthew was fighting.
Euphoria?
I know, in Euphoria. It was not mine. Who was it? Was doing a camp. I think it was Matthew.
I think it was. Oh, I missed that day. It was up in Euphoria, wasn't it?
It
was our camp. I was fighting like, but I just missed up there.
There was loads of people. There were so many people because there was a few of us boys from Evolve went up just to have pads, and there were so many people from fucking combat there, and then there was another MMA gym. There was all people there too, and they were just all in the one room. And I was just like, what the fuck's going on, man? And we looked away. There was about 30, no mixed martial artists, just all in the one room, but nobody told each other to come there. It was pure weird. It was no during the lockdown and all too. But then your man on Euphoria and had they like. What was it? He had to stop so many people coming at once because I think like all fucking MMA heads and kickboxers and all were like
probably the police got involved.
They were getting winded and you could go up there, they had pads and all, man. Your man was coming in the whole room, we just followed by about 40 people. No, like it was a kickboxing class and it was just all people in there doing their own thing, but it was fucking lethal to see, man. Cracker, like, no, just a bunch of martial artists coming together.
I think more MMA clubs should, like, from there, I should like meet up together more and get a lot of spars. Like,
fuck, man,
100%. It's the only way you make yourself better. Like we're sparring each other all the time, but we should be going to different clubs and sparring, you know what I mean?
Oh, fuck, man.
Especially in there, like, it's helping each other.
The coaches probably just don't want to do it too much because they're like, they know they'll probably end up competing against each other sometime, but it'd be more to down to the athletes probably. It'd be probably smarter if the athletes made that decision themselves. Like, even if me and you just went, do you want to spar someday or something, you know what I mean? Because like the coaches probably wouldn't think it'd be the best idea because what if them two had to fight each other, you know what I mean? Like,
I couldn't care about that one. You know what I mean? It was in the past.
Fact, man, that's why I'm just trying to see it from like a coach's point of view, you know, because a coach might not, like, if it was a rival club or something, you know what I mean? But at the same time too, it's all about getting better, like, you know what I mean?
It's all about getting better, man, and pushing each other.
Because if you see it in a way, say if you were the best amateur in Derry and you needed to get to that next level, and say so-and-so was one of the other best amateurs in Derry but he was in a different gym and you needed to train together to get that next level, it would just need to happen. Like,
it would need to happen.
You need to just put all the rivalries away, like, you know what I mean, and just fucking do it, like, so you can both elevate each other, like, you know what I mean?
You're right there, eh?
Because there's a boy, Andy Chapman in my gym.
No Andy, I'm fighting on his...
you're fighting... thank God you actually brought that up now, because you're fighting on
Andrew. Some night he's doing a jiu-jitsu. It's my first jiu-jitsu tournament. I
can't wait to see that. Andrew's a good competitor too, man. Hey, he's
Did you ever roll or anything?
I haven't rolled him, but I've seen him fucking go. Like, he likes his single leg X and stuff like that there. He likes to play off. He's like a very lackadaisy style. Like, he doesn't look like he's fucking doing much, but I've seen him like tie boys up. Like, it doesn't look like he does much. He just sort of chills. He was like just lying there and all and getting his wee grips and going on the single leg and all, but he's good at jiu-jitsu, like he actually is. But you probably could beat him, like, you never know. He's tall.
I can't wait to compete, man. I just love competing. Best of luck,
he's tall, so he is. He's tall. Would you say it's your first jiu-jitsu match?
It's my first jiu-jitsu match.
Fair play to you, man, because that's a tough match for your first one. You know, man, I'll give you that one.
I think is it white or blue belt or?
It'll soon be blue, like. He's white, like, but he will be a blue soon. Like, from watching him, like, I've seen that he is good, but I'm not trying to fucking, I'm trying to get you scared of him. He is a good competitor.
Happy days. I can't wait that.
It'll be a good experience for you.
Life experience,
really good experience for you.
I can't wait to do more jiu-jitsu competitions, like.
They're different, lad. They're definitely different, hey.
Oh, what? You want to face everybody?
They're weird, man, but like when you see how tired you'll feel like after a while, man. Like, it's not like a kind of, it's a weird kind of tired. Your arms are just spent. Squeezing and all, no trying to like recover guard or trying to pass guard or no, because you're trying to get points and stuff. No, you've only got 5 minutes. You just have to.
I think with a tournament that's just only submission only.
Oh, is it that? Well, that there changes the fucking playing field a bit too. Like, you know what I mean?
Fact.
That's a good one too, isn't it? You're putting up money too, isn't it?
We're putting money up,
What's he's putting up?
I think it's the winner gets 40 quarters, so.
He's putting up a score each, just that's not bad, hey.
But I seen there's boys putting up 100 quarter each. Fuck that thing. Andy Chapman texts me one day. He goes, must you want to put up? And I text, I wrote back 255. And he's like, you serious? And I was like, oh no, it's alright, I'll only do 20.
Fuck that. Dude, oh what, man, could you picture that? Like, putting up £200 for your first jiu-jitsu match and all?
No way.
Sign.
Your boy be all, is this boy good or what?
Oh, your man would probably be freaking out, but he's always putting up 200 quid now. He must be fucking good now.
Oh, what?
Jesus Christ. Is it on gi or is it no gi?
No gi.
That'll probably favour you, man.
I can't wait, man.
I've only seen your boy competed on. No, I've seen him compete in no gi too, but he's better in gi. Like
James Slevin, my teammate, he's level.
James beat him.
James tapped him.
That's what I'm saying.
Hanky bit him anyway, or tapped him.
I was there that day. I watched both of them compete that day. I got
James is an animal, like James over Team Cabon now.
Is he?
He's loving over now. He's woman, so James is an animal.
Shout out to James. He is a good competitor. I watched him fucking compete there a while back. He's like really good at grappling. Hey.
Oh, he's very good.
He's really good. Like I got bit that day too. He was competing too that day. I was doing 80 kg. I was only 72 kg, but I was no grappling. I just doing me all 80
kg. Weight or something.
It was pure stupid, man. Because Andy was all doing under 80s or under 70s or whatever. And then boys were to me, what weight do you? And I was all 72. And I was just all, so what am I doing under 70s or under 80s? And then boys were so you could drop a 2 kg and do under 70, like. And they were all probably the smartest thing for you to do. But I just said to Andy, I'm 72, so he was all, you're under 80. You know what I mean? Just free me into under 80. And all the boys I compete with, man, were all about 83, 85. The coach was laughing. He was all the size of him, boys. But I ended up submitting to him. I submitted one of them with the first boy. I submitted with a fucking triangle choke. He like tried to pass me guard, caught him in a triangle, choked him. Had to do another match straight away. I couldn't even breathe, man. I was fucking dying. My legs were burnt out from a triangle. Your other boy like shot for a takedown. I can't even mind what happened anyway. Like reversed him, ended up on top of him and arm triangled him. In the third match I had to go with a boy from Limavady. I can't even mind. He was a big boy, like he was fucking tall, man. He was about 6'2", 6'3", and he was like 80 kg. So he had like the big frame on him too, man. You know what I mean? It's just all whatever. And we were like,
I think James bit him on Andy Chapman's thing, wasn't it?
Was not. Was it that same thing? Like that's what I'm saying. It was down there. Like,
happy days,
because it was just. I think it was just before James went. I went. You know what I mean? I just went just before, and your man then. What was it? I can't even remember what happened. Your man snapped me down, put me in a fucking guillotine, man, and I tried to 6 yard out of the guillotine, but it didn't fight his hands. And when I went to 6 yard, instead of like doing like a fucking high elbow or a normal guillotine, he locked it up in a figure 4. And when I went to 6 yard, man, like that wee submission happened to be you and I showed you, like yeah, boy, nearly just blew my head off my shoulders, man. I swear, no, yeah, I never felt anything like it. It was a nasty guillotine, like a grown man guillotine. You know what I mean? He was a big boy, like it blew my head off. Then we had to see, we chat about them, and that's when I seen James and your man Andre go. Did James won that day too? That's what I'm trying to think.
James Slevin, I think he bit that fella in fighting, like.
I know. Did they fight him too?
No, MMA. I don't think that fella does MMA.
I think your man does do MMA, you know. Your boy Andre. Because you see, years ago I used to do K1 with no pint and all.
Yeah.
Down there in Pint, took us down to, what do you call their gym? AMMA.
Next gen.
Next gen. Pint took us down there and they spar with MMA fighters.
Yeah.
And your wee man Andre was there. Like your boy you're competing against. That's how I know him. Like I met him back in no K1 spar with him and all when I was only like 15 or 16. Then I seen him then at that competition about 4 or 5 years down the line. Like it was only a couple of months ago where and I seen him. I was like, that's hardly that same boy. And I went on my Instagram. There's a photo of all us down at MMA and like looked on the photo and there's only one black boy in the gym. Like you know what I mean? I just zoomed on his face and it was him. I was all like, that's fucking him, dude. That's mad. I mean, it's a small world. We love him, man. Hey,
he looks good. Hey,
he's decent in the jiu-jitsu, like. But I say if it's no gi, it'll probably favour you, like, because you're stocky and all, know what I mean? You'll be able to fucking wrestle and all. But if it was the gi with the grips, it'll get slowed down then.
I can't wait just to compete, man, and just showing you how good I am in jiu-jitsu.
Fuck, man,
Nobody knows how good I am at jiu-jitsu.
Nobody knows what you're like.
Nobody knows, and I can't wait.
That's good there, but man, because everybody think, oh, he's a striker,
Everybody's saying, oh, he's a striker, he's hard hands, he's kicking. What do you see my ground game, sir? I'm gonna smash. I could smash this fella on the ground seconds, like.
You reckon, aye?
I'm training my blue. Look at my feet. I'm training my blue belts, purple belts, brown belts.
That's how you elevate your game there, big time, man. If you want to get good, you need to train with the blues.
Oh, what? Like, sometimes I don't even like roll. Like, sometimes you obviously roll with other people, but I'd rather roll with like brown belts and smash me every day.
Oh, fuck,
instead of rolling with people.
That's what you learn the most, but when you get put on these bad positions.
Like every time Kieran McFadden, he's a brown belt, solid brown belt. Naga champion and all, he putting his hand up, he wants our roll, lads. I'm always saying me.
Straight on, just Kieran fucking you.
And he just laughs, he just was all, you're nuts. You're getting smashed again, but that's
Kieran
just the way we go.
I follow him on Instagram. I would love to come down and train with him someday for the FC.
Oh, there's that call down anything.
There's get a shout on Sunday too, because they do open mats and all too, don't they?
Open mat, yeah, definitely.
Oh, there's get a call on an open mat and roll sometimes for
100%.
One roll, wee fuck's sake.
You're more welcome from him, like.
Do you like a gi, or would you be more of a no gi man?
I think you get better with no gi when you do like gi. Like I think that's I put that wrong.
No, you do, but you do get better. Your no
I think you get better jiu-jitsu from gi.
Aye, for this you get better your overall grappling. Everything's slower. It's all like fucking.
Your grips, the grips are see the gi chokes are terrible.
They're annoying, man, aren't they?
Pulling it down the normal. Shocking.
Did anybody ever choked you yet when you've passed their guard yet? Anything like that, where they've got like a grip and you've passed their guard and they've put you on a choke when you think you're getting the side control or anything like that, or half guard.
It's been once or 2-3 times maybe.
See, them kind of chokes, man, they're the worst. They're the ones I'm finding trouble even. I do the gi the most. If somebody's got a good grip and I like pass their guard, I'm like, fuck you, I'll try to smash their guard. Next thing I'm nearly unconscious saying that. Like, how the fuck that even happened?
You only get graded too on your gi too.
What?
You only get graded on your gi.
Do you not? Well, in America, they do. In America, they're trying to do like no gi jiu-jitsu.
Sure, John Jones only a blue belt, like.
I know.
Khabib's only a blue belt.
That blew my mind. Habib's like black belt level grappling, but
that man's more than a black belt, sir. He's more than black belt.
I know. There's no way. Like they would. Has fun, like he's too good at grappling than be a blue belt, you know what I mean? He would have to be like.
You don't even get really to see, even though he is a good grappler, you don't even get to see his grappling much, like.
But the fact that he's able to control MMA grapplers, you know what I mean? Like he stops them from getting back up. One of the easiest things they do in grappling is nullify grappling by standing up. Like if you ever do jiu-jitsu with a good jiu-jitsu boy, just try to stand up, man, see what happens. Like
you're getting swept.
No, but like just try to stand up. Like no, if you get the tight butt, like. Just try to stand up. Like, see if he gets you in the side control, just turn turtle, try to stand up. He might take your back, you know what I mean? But when you try to stand up, you create like they happen, like there's like movement. And Habib's so great at just stopping people from fucking doing anything. He's like, you try to stand up, boom, dump your head, you know what I mean? Like, try to turn over, do that, take your back, just dominant, too dominant, so he's nasty, man. Like, who was his last fight? Justin Gaethje, wasn't there?
I was just about to say about Gaethje. Gaethje said he wasn't going to tap. And his man Dad was at the fight. He said he wasn't going to tap.
He put him in a triangle so he did instead.
Put him in a triangle instead of breaking his boners on the front of his family.
That's mad there, isn't it?
That's just mental, isn't it?
That's stoic, like that's crazy here. Like he's a psychopath, wasn't he, man? He's like, I wasn't going to break your arm, lad. I just choked you out instead. No, Gaethje does tap too. See if you go back and watch it, Gaethje taps, but the referee doesn't break it up, so Habib just keeps strangling him, and when the referee breaks it up,
that'd be your worst nightmare. You're sitting tapping, man. The man's still.
He doesn't stop. You just go out, man. Have you ever went out before from a choke?
Never, not yet.
I've went out like before, man, like from my uncles and all, man, just pure spastics, man, I swear. See, when you go out from a choke, man, you actually don't remember, like, you know what I mean? Like, see, you know what you do remember, but like, would you run about that last few seconds tapping? You remember that? You know, just wake up, you're like, what the fuck happened there, boys? You get choked out there, you know? What? You're like, I hardly just got choked out, and they'll be like, you Dave just got choked out. See, when you get choked out too, if you're standing, you'll fall on your face. That's the worst about it. Like, it happened to me about a year ago. Me and my uncle were partying, man, and choked me out like a spastic, and I tapped, but I can't know how hard I had the choke on. So when he was like letting go, see if you something choking. Like when you're letting go, you're still choking somebody. You know what I mean? Like if you have a choke locked up, and when you go to let go, it's still choking them. And I can't know how hard he was choking me. And when he was letting go, he let go of me, and I just fell, just landed on my fist. Now I woke up, man, and boys were all having my legs above my head now. what's going on, though? And they were just, oh, you got choked out there, no, yeah, retard, no, what the fuck are you even doing, though? Why'd you not tap? I was, oh, don't tap. I could, like, the last thing I could just remember was tapping. But even at that, that's, like, a chokes can be that tight, you know what I mean, man? You need to tap before you're going to go out, you know what I mean? Because see, if you tap at that verge of going out, man, you'll just go out there. And they say to you, like, getting choked out, it's like taking a stroke, man.
Fuck.
You know, like if you get hit in the head, you can take concussions and all. Bad CTE. They say every time you get choked out, it stops the oxygen and the blood flow going to your brain. So it's like taking a stroke every time you get choked out. So it's like getting knocked out. You want to prevent as many times you get choked out in your career.
I see in an MMA fight too, I wouldn't care like getting caught. Just you're gonna learn from it, aren't you? Like,
oh, fuck, man. Would you go out in an MMA fight, do you reckon? Just fucking savage.
Yeah, just no, I don't know, man. I'd probably tap. Like, I don't know. It's just depends how tight it is. Like,
it depends. Like coaches always say, like, you always go for the neck because psychopaths don't tap, but some psychopaths just won't tap too. Like, you know what I mean?
and then you're right down.
Some boys will just go out, man, and just fucking.
We Matthew tapped Dylan, remember, and he didn't even tap. Did
he?
I don't think.
Did he put him out by a choke? Was it?
I think he put him out by a choke, and Dylan didn't tap him. Man, that's like.
Fuck got there. Fuck got there. See, when we were doing jiu-jitsu, we did a wee jiu-jitsu competition there a while back, and it was on Evolve, and a boy got put out, so he did. Wee young boy, man. He got put out with a gi choke, and we watched back the tip. Everybody thought that no, it was like the referee did a bad job of pulling him off or something, or wee man didn't tap in time, but it was nothing like that. You just see quick as wee boy went out. Boy got the fucking cross collar, man, just pulling, but you couldn't tell he had the choke on. And by the time you could tell he had the choke on, the boy was already unconscious now. Everybody's like, what the fuck? And like, it was lousy because your wee man came back to the mats, and I was sitting beside his teammates, and his teammates were like, why the fuck do you not tapping on? No, going mental at him, shouting at him and all. And your wee man's just awake, you know what I mean? It was just like, I don't even know what I mean. But what can you do? Like, what can you do, man? It was lazy. Your wee man just went out to the fucking.
Happens.
It was like you were saying with the collars, lad. When you get the collars around the neck and just pull.
It's grum, lad.
Like, it's like getting hung, man. You know what I mean? It's not like getting your neck squeezed.
It's just getting your neck ripped.
I know, man. And they go out so fast then because the blood circulation just gets cut from your neck completely, lad. Jesus Christ. But, how long are we going here now? I think 2 hours, man.
Unbelievable.
I swear, lad. Stop that there. I think it's 2. It might be 1. But see, every time I record this podcast here, I always read this thing wrong, man. I always tell people it's longer than it actually is. It's like 2 hours, and I go on and check. It's an hour and a half in.
No, I'm gonna
But hey, fucking, it was great having you on.
Hey, thanks very much, man.
Wrapped up here. Fucking get along with your day. You training today?
I've trained now at 6:30, but no rush there.
You anything to say before you go off, man?
No, I just want to thank everybody for the training camp. Everybody I've trained with in combat. Just Eamon, Jordan, Matthew, Divine, Kieran, obviously for letting me use the gym. My man Dad, obviously, and I wouldn't be fighting. If it wasn't for my dad always pushes me. Do you know what I mean? So
right, it's great to hear it anyway, lad.
And my mates, obviously, give me a lot of support, and my people I work with. It's just up to me now to put this man away.
That's it, man. I believe in you anyway, but the pay-per-view link.
Thanks very much yourself.
Where will the... No, there's no pay-per-view link. It's just tickets, isn't it?
It's just tickets only.
So if anybody wants tickets, they just contact you.
On the 12th, on the 12th August.
So if anybody wants tickets, contact this man next Thursday up at Falls Park, up for a mad one. Everybody go mad.
We'll
watch
go
him get sparked out for days.
We'll roof clean off.
Oh, lad, hey, I'm looking forward to it anyway. But thank you for coming on anyway.
Thanks very much, lad, for having me.
Lad.